How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is a map tour for a new-ish mod map to Farming Simulator 22 called New Lands. Now, I say new-ish because this map released quite some time ago, but for one reason or another, it got pulled off the mod hub and has gotten re-released today. And normally I would do only new mod maps, brand new, fresh to the mod hub. But because this was produced so long ago, it's now showing new on the mod hub. It actually has the new tag associated to it. And there's so much new stuff on this map that was not here originally, because I did play this map for a little while before it was removed from the mod hub. Because it's all kind of fresh and new, I'm going to go ahead and review it anyways. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the tour. First off, we're going to go ahead and press this button, and now it's almost as if we got dropped off by aliens. Just kind of fallen in the middle of the forest here. You know, hopefully they didn't, get too rough with us. Anyways, just joking aside. Now, first off, as we always do, we read the descriptions from the mod hub. And the description reads as follows. Welcome to the new adventure on New Lands. Here you will create your agricultural, arboricultural, words, horticultural, and even a unique processing plant. You will also have to collect and sell the waste scattered all over the map. 28 fields which are mainly intended for missions. One small basic farm to start your adventures. The majority of plots are to be cleared and dedicated to the creation of fields. The city Guelville has a lake where it is possible to make a mission of grass. The collectible objects on the map are present with waste to be sold. Point of sale of grass, cereal, and production. The season system remains the basic one of the game. 3 sawmills, 1 BGA, a nursery with 3 different production units, trees, plants, and fruits/flowers. Several storage places for productions. Train system on the map. 5 factories available for purchase on the map. A highway crosses the map for faster travels. This map was created by Gwendol and is 275.72 megabytes to download. So where do we start? We take a look at the map. Almost dead center of the map. Right here in the middle of this kind of forested area. What do we own to start with? Well, we own this area to our north. And that's going to be very relevant later. This plot has a feature to it that I've not seen on any other map, and in my opinion is kind of groundbreaking. Very, very cool. We own this area here, as well as this area to our south, and this is kind of our starting farm area right here. We own field 2, which is barren at the moment, and the kind of starting equipment that they leave us with. There are no animal pens on the base game. There are contracts, but word of warning, they're all grass contracts. Every single one of them. The only fields that are not owned by you on this map are grass fields. So be prepared to make money. You're going to be cutting a lot of grass. It's just going to be how it is. You don't start with any production chains, and there are no collectibles on the map. I put question mark because there's something on the map for you to do. They're kind of like collectibles, but we'll come to that soon. So, what do we start out with equipment-wise? There are no mods and DLCs on this map, but if we look at our owned equipment, we start out with a Fendt 718 Vario, a Rosselmash Nova 330, the Branther TA 23065/2 Power Tube Plus trailer, the header for the Rosselmash, Power Stream 500. Under seaters, we have the K-Brand HR 6040 RCS plus BTFR 6030. So this is kind of the front cultivator slash planter for, or I'm sorry, the rear planter slash cultivator of cedar, not planter. As well as the K-Brand TF1512. This is the front storage tank for your seeds and fertilizer. Under rollers, we have the Diablo Power Roll 1230 HD. Fertilizer spreaders, we have the Bredal K105. Under forestry equipment, we have the Prinroth M650. This is a stump grinder, as well as the Anderson M160 tree transporter. And under weights, we have the Tenwinkle Pack 1000. And as mentioned, we don't have any custom mods under the purchasing screen, but we do have custom paint textures. We don't have anything under the buildings, productions, animals, decorations, but we do have paints. You can see here, there's several in addition to the base game. So from here, we are going to fast travel to our farm because to walk there would be kind of long. So we're going to look at the map real quick and fast travel to it. And we actually are going to turn that on. So just to take a quick look at the farm, quote-unquote farm, it's literally just these two sheds, this kind of dirt path, kind of building area, and field 2. That's it. This is our farm. This is what we start with. We don't have a farmhouse, no sleep trigger, nothing like that. Hopping into the tractor. There is a fair bit of driving between locations. Nothing really that we can do about that, per se. There are these nice little paths that, can take you to place. They're just little dirt paths that you'll offer slightly faster travels, but of course you don't have to stick to the path. You can always just cut through the grasslands and all that stuff. Not a huge deal. But if you're kind of a stickler like me, you want to kind of stick to the pathways. Alright, up here to our right. Now, one unique key feature to this map, which I thought was so... I think it's cool. I think it's really kind of brilliant. You'll get a lot of these sell points dotted around the map. And they're just these little things like this. And what these sell points are, so what we did is we started up in this area here in the middle of the forest. We fast traveled to our farm, took a look around real quick, came up this road, down this little dirt path, out to this main road, came down here. Now, this sell point, going back to this, is a person, Amelia Lambert, the owner of this home. You're selling directly to the townspeople. How cool is that? I think that's pretty slick. Just being able to sell directly to individuals, like, that's pretty sweet. Let's see, up here to our right, directly in front of us, is the animal dealer. if you had barns or pastures on the map, you could buy directly from here, or you could purchase animal transport animal transport trailer and deliver them to those barns and pastures yourself. Over here is the animal dealer sell point, where you can take things like bales and loose straw products, loose straw, hay, and silage, all that, and sell it direct. Cutting through and going out. Directly across the street is our first production point. This is the carpentry that can be purchased for $40,000. And then right next door is also another production point called the carpentry. Purchase that for $45,000. There are slightly different aspects from that carpentry to this carpentry. So this carpentry is kind of more of the base game carpentry, kind of what we're used to. Oh, and that's, by the way, forgot that. Inputs here, as well as the trigger for inputting wood chips out there, and outputs here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and port in a bunch of money real fast. Get the $5,000 so that way, or $500,000 so that way we can purchase a couple of places along the way. There we go. So if we purchase this one, you can see wood planks in, furniture and wood chips out. This carpentry over here for $45,000, wood in, planks out. So kind of more of a sawmill than a carpentry. Inputs are back here, as well as the wood cell trigger, and outputs are, I believe, where did I see it? Outputs are somewhere around here. Worst case scenario, if there is no output, is it on the side? No. If there's no output or things don't spawn, you can always set them to distribute, and they'll distribute to the next link in the chain. And I am blocking some traffic. Watch out. This is also another key feature in the map that I'm not used to seeing. We'll get to that in just a sec. Over here is a petrol tank. You can purchase the petrol directly from this, and you can put in up to 25,000 liters, or you can deliver and fill manually. But this is a feature that I've never seen on a map. It actually has multiple shop triggers. So you can purchase from this point, this shop trigger. What I'm not aware of is if you purchase from here, if it actually puts it at the main shop, or if it purchases it from here. That might be something we can try real fast, because we will need something for a demonstration later. We're going to need this little trailer here, this transport trailer. So let's go ahead and purchase it. Worst case scenario, if it spawns here, then we can... Okay, no, it doesn't spawn here. Now, I did try to use this repair trigger here, but I did not see anywhere where the repair point was. I parked all around this to see if I can get the repair point to come up. Couldn't find it. So just a warning, that might be, deactivated. And now to our next points of interest. A lot of open land, a lot of grass work to be done, a lot of woodworking to be done. There's just a lot of kind of pioneering quote unquote, to be done on this map. It's really kind of cool because you're really building a lot of stuff, but at the same time there's also a lot of stuff on this map that's kind of established production chain wise, and there's a lot of new productions that are on this map, hence the reason why we brought in a bunch of money to be able to show off those new productions, which several of them are coming up right in front of us. You can start to see them. So directly in front of us are the very large greenhouses. There's 5 greenhouses, and you'll see that each one of them are numbered 1 through 5. And we'll come up to this gate here, jam the brakes, open the gate, and now you can see greenhouse 1, greenhouse 3, and the rest of them are 2, 4, and 5. We open this up, and you can already see, check it out, there's something there's something there that you're not used to seeing for a normal greenhouse. If we come in here, you know what, sorry, that's tractor's just really loud right now. If we come in here and purchase this for $10,000, you have to purchase each greenhouse for $10,000. For $50,000, you can purchase all 5 greenhouses. You can see it instantly kills everything in here because you have no inputs. Your inputs are water, seeds, and a new input called Terra. I'll show you how to deal with that later. But your outputs can be tomatoes, lettuce, strawberries, red cabbage, and flowers. So red cabbage and flowers are new to this map. Terra is new to this map. You know, so it's not just kind of basic stuff. And you have 5 separate greenhouses, so you can literally dedicate each product to its own greenhouse. I think that's pretty cool. And it looks like that the cycles per month might be tweaked just slightly. Don't quote me on that one, but possibly those are tweaked. Again, 5 different ones. This is our next point of interest. This is the mulcher. You can purchase the mulcher for $20,000. And this is where you can make Terra. And Terra can be made using straw, manure, sugar beets cut, grass, silage, grass. So one's grass is in grass hay, it looks like, and then grass. Yeah, so you can see here at the bottom left portion it says hay, but up at the top right, which is where I was reading everything, it says grass. And then wood chips. So the Terra is basically, if I understand it right, kind of a biomaterial that they use as like a fertilizer replacement. So inputs are right there, outputs are over here. You can back up to any one of these and get your outputs. Coming around the back side here, this is the plants production. You can purchase this for $50,000. And what is this? You can produce with water and Terra bonsai plants, cypress plants, and eucalyptus plants. Again, new productions based in this map. So that's awesome. Your inputs for Terra right here, and you can kind of see the Terra bags. That's kind of cool. And over here are your inputs for your water. And your outputs are going to be... Where are the outputs? Where did I miss those? Oh. Is it right here? No, that's where the water goes. It might be there in that little checkered box. I could be wrong about that. Anyways. Over here behind the plants are the shrub greenhouses. These are another greenhouse production point, $10,000 each. 5 of these as well, where you can make bamboo and aloe vera using water, fertilizer, solid fertilizer, and more Terra. Again, how cool is this? All sorts of different productions that are based in this map. That's just, it's pretty slick. Some storage space for any equipment that you want to keep over here. You know what? I don't think I showed... Yes, I did. Never mind. Across the street, you can see here, this is a train rental point. So there is a train on this map. A little turnaround right there for the train. So the train just kind of goes back and forth on the map. And actually, you can see it coming right now. Over here is another petrol tank. You can purchase directly, or you can, you know, fill in and put in stuff. A little loading platform for your train. If you look over here, you can see the train kind of doing its own thing. Coming back. Bye-bye. Across the street. Let's see. This is... Oh, I missed something over here. Sorry about that. Right here is an electrical charging point. So if you have an electrical tractor or anything like that, you can charge it directly here. Or a forklift or anything like that. Over here is the cereal factory. You can purchase this for $110,000. We walk out of here. Come down here to our next production point. Open the gate. This is the sugar mill. You can purchase this for $80,000. Oh, and I didn't show the inputs and outputs. Darn it. Outputs right there. Inputs around the back. Right here. Cereal factory. I can't get there from here. Inputs right there, and right in front of the doorway where the trigger to access the production itself is the outputs. And last point of interest over here is the oil mill. Oil mill can be purchased for $80,000. Alright, we're going to go hop back in the tractor. Now, there's a little bit of driving. We're going to have to hop on the highway between this and the next point of interest. But the next point of interest are stacked right on top of each other. It's going to be a lot of kind of information going through. So buckle up, pay attention, because it's going to be a lot. Like, no joke, I'm looking at my notes right now, and more than half my notes are this section kind of coming up. Anytime that you're getting to one of these roundabout sections here, the areas are kind of flagged with the entrance and exit points. The map maker did a really good job. Gwendol did a really good job on kind of funneling you to, you know, which area is the inlet and which one's the outlet. So it's very nice. You can see how... Oh, they want us to stop. Nope. You can see how you're kind of just ramping up to get on the highway, kind of going through the oversized clover leaf. But this map would be perfect for... Oh, there's a train again. Would be perfect for larger equipment because there's a lot of space that you can kind of work with. Semi-trucks. Oh, that reminds me. Looking off to our left and our right, these are some of the fields that are able to be mowed for the contracts. Now, you know what? We'll discuss that here in a little bit. We won't spoil the surprise. Okay, so this, off to our left now, um, is the next point of interest. This is Max Watcher. Um, Again, another individual to sell to. So again, that kind of key feature on the map that's really kind of slick. So where have we been? Where have we gone? We came over here to Amelia Lambert, the individual sell point. Came down, checked out the animal dealer and the animal dealer sell point. Came across the street, checked out the carpentry as well as the carpentry. The fuel point that's over here, as well as over here that's not shown on the map, the workshop trigger and repair point trigger. But again, the repair point trigger not really working as far as I'm aware. Came out to the main road, came up to the north to this intersection, made a right, came all the way up here, and that's when we kind of get onto this craziness. These are the, we'll just click off of that. This kind of group of 5 production points are the greenhouses, the very large greenhouses. Here is the mulcher. We have the plants production point down here, and then we had the kind of shrub greenhouses all lined up in a row up top here. We also had the rent train as well as the electrical charging station. We then went to the large petrol tank across the street to the cereal factory. Then we checked out the sugar mill, and then lastly the oil mill. We then came out of the oil mill, got back in our tractor, came up to the roundabout, came all the way around, went circling around the cloverleaf onto the highway, off to the highway, and came to here, where we're seeing Max Watcher. Next point of interest, off to our left at this house, almost directly in front of us now, is Niles Osterwald. Niles Osterwalder. As you can see here. Continuing down, we're going to go down this little side street across from the grocery mart. Right here. Alright, off to the left here is Gianna Hartman. Again, individual sell point. And then, oh, hey. And then back here, again, is another sell point for Max Watcher. And here we're going to back up. Whoa, wrong turn. Run up their fence. Ooh, ignore my driving. It's not the best today. Across the street is the supermarket sell point, and I just ran over that stop sign because I was looking at my notes. I forget where the sell point was. Is it around the backside here? Right here is the gas station. Sell point must be right here. Yep, there it is. Sell point's in the back there. And you have 2 sell points for the gas station. I'm sorry, for the supermarket. Across the street, this is again another cool feature. This is the farmer's market, where you can take all your individual items and sell them. But look, I noticed this when doing my walkthrough. Each one of these are individual sell points where you can take like your breads, you can take like your grape juice and your, like, each stall has its own individual stuff. Like these are your kind of cardboard boxes, or not cardboard boxes, your oh goodness. Yeah, you got more like lumber and planks right here. You've got your taro right here. Some of your shrubbery and bushes. Anyways, yeah, so just a cool little farmer's market. But what was cool that I thought was, really unique to this map is after a certain time at night, all the items here on the shelves and stuff, they go away, they disappear. And I'm not sure if that means that you can't sell after a certain time at night. I didn't get a chance to test that out, but just kind of an interesting feature that all these items that are on the tables and stuff, they just go away. And it's like people are packed up for the day. Next point of interest is right next door. And you know what? There was something about this lake that was in the description. I don't know what it meant, though. Let me find it in the description just real fast. It said... Yeah, the city, Wayville, has a lake where it is possible to make a mission of grass. Like, I don't understand that, because how are you going to have a mission of grass? Unless this lake dries up, and then... Oh yeah, look. It's actually a lake, like a mission, a field. So this lake must dry up at some point and reveal a grass bed. I just had something pop up on my screen. What was that? No? You're not going to do it now? Oh! Oh! Oh my goodness. Y'all, that... I'm having a moment today. This is the field right here. This is the grass field around the lake. Oh, goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. Sorry, guys. That's my bad. Anyways, next point of interest. Right here, this is the... I don't know why we had to move the tractor. This is the Lizard Goods sell point. Moving down a little further, this is the bakery. Outputs here, inputs here, and the buy point, purchase point is right here. There it is. Click on it, you can purchase it for $50,000. Right behind it is the dairy that can be purchased again for $50,000. Inputs here, and outputs... Wait, is inputs and outputs in the same spot? Yeah, it looks like it. Inputs and outputs are in the same spot, right here. Now, across the street is the main shop. So you saw that we purchased from the shop on the south side of the map. This shop trigger at the south side. When we did, it brought our little trailer right here. So we are going to connect to this. And here's our shop trigger. And around the back side here... Whoa. Around the back side here is our repair point and repair trigger. We're then going to... Across the street is another individual sell point. That is Matthew Bartlett. Yeah, Matthew Bartlett. Yep. Then one more individual sell point just over here. Right there to our right is Maurice Monroe. Is that right? My handwriting's terrible. Morel Monroe. Oof. My pronunciation is terrible. I apologize. Heading back. We need to wait for this car to go. Come on, figure it out. You can do it. Alright, going up here. Do. Here we go, up the hill. Open this gate. Now, do you remember when I said that there are no collectibles on the map? You know, question mark? Well, there's actually sort of collectibles on this map. If you look around the map in various spots, you'll see all sorts of barrels and tires and all sorts of kind of debris that's left around, and they have this symbol on the bottom of it, this little recycle symbol. Now, if you see an item with that symbol, pick it up, toss it around like I did, and load it onto your trailer. Kind of like so. We're going to grab a couple of these. And we'll grab a tire. All this stuff can be loaded by hand. I have yet to find anything that cannot be done by hand. And we'll grab one more, because why not? You know what? Not another barrel. We already have barrels. We'll grab a small tire. And then we will strap these down, because we don't want them to go anywhere. Perfect. Alright, now we'll hop out of there. We don't need the tractor just a second. Right over here. Yeah, sorry. Over here is the Transport Company sell point. And as you can see, it's a place to sell all of our individual goods. You put them up on the top racks, and you can sell everything. All your fabrics, your clothing, your cotton bales, or cotton pallets, wool pallets. I mean, everything. Everything's here. Your cereal, your bread or flour, your honey. You know, all the various items that you can make throughout the game. Your bonsais, your cypress. You know, everything. Well, not everything, but almost everything can be sold here, or at minimum stored here. So that is such a cool little thing. You also get another repair trigger right there. You know, probably be good that once you start coming over here to maybe get yourself a little forklift or a tele truck to bring all your pallets up and put them up on these top shelves. Around the back side here is the Railroad Silo North. Right here is your input from your railroad. I don't think these are outputs. I'm not quite sure. You can rent the train from right here, and over here you have another silo, or you have a silo. This is kind of your stand-in for a silo, where you can also put into the train right here. So I'm not 100% sure if that silo point down there is connected to this silo as a whole. It's quite possible, but you can also put in and take out from right here as well. You know what, let's grab this red barrel just because it's nice, pretty, and red. So now we got a silver, red, and green barrel. Close enough. Doesn't have to be stacked pretty, it just needs to be on there. Now we are gonna make a left out of here. At this point, because we have to wait for the train, be a good time to check out our map. So we were back here. We saw Matthew Watcher, his sell point, then Niles Osterwalder. We then came down this side street and saw Gina Hartman, as well as Evelyn Carson, and then saw Max Watcher's second sell point. We then came out here and checked out the supermarket as well as the gas station. Went across the street to the farmer's market, then came back and saw Lizard's Goods as well as the bakery and dairy. Then we saw the restaurant as well. Did we see the restaurant or did we skip that? I think we might skip the restaurant. Sorry, let's backtrack. Backtrack to the restaurant, because I think I did skip it. Yeah, it's right there in front of us at the bottom of the hill. Yeah, I know I skipped it. Inputs right here on the side of the road. That is a sell point for the restaurant. Oops. Sorry, I keep looking down at my notes because I've got tons and tons of notes right now. So, this coming up is, I think, the coolest feature I've seen on a map, personally. I think it's very unique, and I hope other map makers kind of use this idea and run with it, because I think that the possibilities for it are endless. The reason that we collected all these items with the recycle sign is because of this area up here. So first off, we're going to open up the gate. This is one of the areas that we own, the properties that we own. I'm going to come up here. I did get caught on something when I came here last time. Yeah, see, this particular trailer is not that friendly. Directly in front of us is a production point. This is the Lizard CR3000. For $30,000 you can purchase this. And again, another place to produce taro. And same proportions, same ingredients to make it. So it's pretty diverse as to what you can, actually make taro. We're going to skip this one for just a second. Over here is the debris crusher. You can take your stone and drop them in. And then over here is the waste collection center sell point. Now, the cool part of the map. This feature that really kind of sets things apart. Directly in front of us you can see that trigger. Disengage the straps. If you saw when we first pulled in, we'll jump down, this sign. They're saying take any of this stuff that you see with that green recycle symbol, throw it into your trailer, and dump your trailer out here into the red recycle bin. So we're going to follow their instructions. We're going to go up, grab our stuff that we found, and drop it into the container. Again, anything with that kind of green recycle symbol on it is fair game. Oh, and we'll just port it through the wall, and now I'm down here. Can I hop up? Hop up. Parkour! No, not into the grinder! Oh god, no, I'm biomaterial. Ay, ay, ay. Teleport. And last one. Alright, so we dumped everything into this red bin. We click on this icon here where it says Dealer Open Vehicle Options. Check it out. You can sell all these individual components for cash. Look at that, we made $708 just for that stuff, just for picking up off the side of the road. All throughout the map there are these items that are just kind of strewn about for you to pick up and to do stuff with. That's awesome! That's such a cool feature. I'm so ecstatic to give that a try. But what I think they're doing with this map, they don't explicitly say it in the description or anything. But my kind of hypothesis is you have all these roadways, this highway system where the majority of the road or the fields are the grasslands surrounding the highway. So here's my thought. Here's my theory. You even have like these areas up here where there's more grasslands. There's grassland in the city, as we found by the lake. I think they're setting you up to be kind of a city worker. Like you actually work for the city, and it's your job to go out there with the tractor and be that person that you see on the side of the road just clearing stuff up and doing doing the government work for the town. And I think that's kind of a cool concept. And even if that's not what the map maker was kind of intending, and you kind of have a side hustle to make your own kind of farm and stuff, but even if that's not what the map maker is intending, you can do that as a like a kind of concept of a let's play. That's pretty freaking sweet if you ask me. I really like it. I think that's just a unique way to kind of take the map and really kind of take it up to the next level kind of thing. Um, yeah, so next spot that we're heading to. Oh, hey. Let's see. Yeah. Next spot we have to go to is through the roundabout just to our south. Make a right. And again, follow the blue arrows. Anywhere where there's a blue arrow is an off-ramp where you can get out. Whoa! Was not expecting that. Whew, just made it. I just so happened to look at the map and saw the train was coming right at that split second. Whew, we almost had a disaster. So I'll tell you what, that train moves. It's booking. Alright, next point of interest, directly in front of us, it is the biogas plant. You can see. Open the gates. Alright, now if we see where we were, we checked out all the individual, oh, you know what? We're showing where we were and where we've been. We got to the restaurant and I kind of petered off because of the lack of us actually seeing it. After we saw the restaurant, we came to see Matthew Barbet. We then saw Muriel Moreau. Then came back through the roundabout up here and we checked out the transport company. These are both the transport company symbols. The Railroad Silo South, as well as the train rental point. The Pharma 400 grain silo. Came out up this trackway. We checked out the Lizard CR3000, which is the Taro production. We saw the Eco, which is the drop-off point for the debris that's on the roadways, or around the map. The debris crusher, as well as the waste collection center. Then came out of there, down here to the main road, through the roundabout, off the first exit, and came up to here. Now, we can purchase this land for $18,156. And now if we look, we had the biogas plant, 99,000 kilowatt biogas plant. And you can see here, just a normal biogas plant, all the normal base game kind of stuff. Generates power as well as methane and digestate from the various inputs. You have your inputs for your solids here, as well. Looks like off to the side you can drop off. You have your outputs for your digestate here. Or wait, was I wrong about? Or was that the input for the liquids off to the side? I just missee that. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Inputs for the liquids are on the back side here. So that's going to be kind of a tight squeeze for your liquids, getting it into here. So you're going to want a really small trailer for that. Got a couple of bunker silos in the back as well as some storage here. What's this back here? Is this more stuff to recycle? Nope. I kind of got hopeful. Anyways, I just think that's such a cool feature, just being able to, not the fact that you're recycling as much as you're just, you know, the collectibles with a destination. Like, you actually have to do something other than just finding the collectible and clicking on it and then poof, you know, it's there. You actually have like a point to pick up the item, put it onto a trailer, and then load it into the collection point, then sell them off individually, kind of thing. And you're not going to get big money. You're not going to have, you know, a huge money maker, but it's something to do. It's something new that is really unique to this map. This is the only map I've ever seen do it. So I think that's pretty cool. Now, I could be wrong. There could be other maps, and the person could have gotten it from... What the heck was that? Could have gotten from somewhere else, but... Huh. Might need an update for that particular part of the map. Now we're getting back on the highway, and we've got a bit of a jog to do, getting down to our last couple of points of interest on this map. I just noticed this all over here, up the highway. Check it out. A car. No. You can actually recycle the car. I just noticed that. Ha! That's something you can actually recycle. You can pick that up with some kind of equipment. So what it looks like happened is the car came off the cliff, dropped all this stuff on the side of the road, and you got to come and clean it up. But again, that's why I think that they're kind of alluding to you being a city worker, is that you've got, you know, you're coming out here with your equipment, you're mowing the grass and maintaining things like that, and you're also kind of picking up and maintaining, cleaning and recycling. Like, that's, be like a city worker kind of thing. Like, that's kind of what I think they're getting at here. I just think that's so cool. And what I also really like about this map that not a lot of other maps do is build up the edging around the maps to where it actually looks natural, that you have the kind of mountains in the background, because you've got this kind of elevation before the edge of the map. So it looks like you're actually like approaching mountains. Like, it looks like you're kind of in this ravine and valley, and from that ravine and valley you're just, you know, able to see the big mountain peaks in the background. But it doesn't look like it's this kind of such a sharp drop off like most map edges will give you. Like, if you get right up to the edge of the map, you'll see just this really sharp contrast between the map that you're on versus the actual periphery of the map, like the outside border that's just supposed to be seen and observed at a distance. This one, you really don't get up to that point. You really, I mean, I'm sure you can. You will walk up there and then look through it, kind of thing, but there's nothing encouraging you to do that other than you just wanting to see it. But those kind of elevated ridges kind of hem you into the map and makes it look more natural. The background looks more natural, as opposed to a lot of other maps where it just looks really stark in contrast. Okay, so we're finally here to our next set of points of interest. Another train rental station. Now, one thing that I find of interest is the train, I believe, is on a closed loop. There is no part of the train like on some other maps where you can just take it off the map and sell stuff. It mainly looks like this train is used for transporting goods from one place to the next. Maybe that's why it's only $500 an hour instead of 1,000. I don't know. But this is the carpentry. You can purchase another carpentry. You can purchase for $40,000. Again, kind of a base, kind of like the base carpentry, not like the one where it only had the one output. You have another large petrol tank where you can purchase using that trigger and input and output over here. And lastly, you have the biomass heating plant where you can take your lumber and wood, or wood and wood chips over the graded area here, and you can sell wood or you can dump in your wood chips. And that is a sell point. That is New Lands. And now we're to the point where I'm going to render my opinion. Of a 0 to 5 scale, I would put this at a 4.5. Maybe even to a 5. Like, this has so many cool features. When this map first came out, I started playing it for a little while, as I mentioned earlier. And I liked kind of the concept, the layout of it, the places where everything were. But I kind of lost interest in it relatively fast because I'm not big into those kind of pioneering maps, like a Homulcra or No Man's Land, things like that. I tend to use those pioneer maps more as for my demo maps or my testing maps, things like that. But this one, because there's so much stuff in the way, so many trees, so many hills, so many undulations, there really wasn't a good use to use it as a test map. And then it got deleted from the mod hub for one reason or another. I'm not sure why. It must have been a big time error that needed to be fixed. But they brought it back and did so much more to this version of New Lands that not only do I think I'm going to want to, actually I know I want to play this. I know I want to play this map. Not only do I want to play this map, but I can see doing so much on like a let's play with this. You know, like I said before, pretending that you're a, city worker kind of thing. And it's your job to just go around and mow the individual contracted fields and mow the, mow the contracted fields, and then, pick up rubbish all throughout the map kind of thing as you come across them. Like, that's your job as a city employee kind of thing. So that's kind of like a starting point. Then you've got the you as the individual wanting to kind of branch out into bigger and better things. Having a farm, you could then pretend to purchase the southern farmland, and to purchase it, it's only $31,000, almost $32,000. So it's, even if you like sold it out at the beginning of your let's play and then bought it back later, kind of thing. Buying the biogas, I mean, that's super cheap as well. So I mean, there's so many things that you can actually do that's immediately reachable kind of thing, and will not require you to borrow tons and tons and tons of money, like you see I did here. But I did that as a means to be able to show all the individual items. A lot of the production chains on this map are very affordable, and you don't have to buy huge production chains in order to start using them. You can buy one of the greenhouses for $10,000 or one of the shrub greenhouses, again, for $10,000. And that's a contract, maybe 2 contracts away, and you're golden to buy one of those. And, the taro, I mean, you gotta produce a taro first. So, I think one of them was $50,000, if not both of them were $50,000. Again, that's obtainable. That's something that can be done. And with those grass contracts, if you're doing things like tedding them and making bales or wrapping them and making silage, you're going to get a lot of product off of those right away, kind of thing. Field 1, where's Field 1? Sorry. You're going to get a lot of product right away and be able to kind of do... oh, there's Field 1 right there. It's all in between these houses. That's actually kind of cool how they inserted that picture instead of the individuals, because the individuals normally own the fields, but this one actually shows like the city of Guayville owns this one, and the highway are the owners of these ones. So you're kind of doing these contracts for them. And yeah, that's kind of cool. And looks like you're taking all these to the animal dealer. Anyways, but yeah, 4.5 out of 5. I think this map has tons and tons of potential. Not only does it have tons of potential, but there's lots of different things that can be done for this map. So yeah, I can see having hours and hours of fun cutting grass, cutting trees, expanding, frontiering. And again, I'm not a big frontier map person, but this one has just enough of other things that it may feel less of a frontier and more of a expanse kind of map. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But if you like this map tour, please show me by liking, subscribing, commenting, following, sharing, doing all the things that the algorithms enjoy you doing to show that you're engaged with this channel. And that being said, hope you try that again. With that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.